Okay, so the first thing I wanted to do was talk to you about the placement of our tracing. Traced all mine over, but I wanted to kind of discuss that with you first. Now, when we're talking about tracing on watercolour, I actually use a graphite spray. Okay, so now I'm going to just quickly discuss my palette as well. The right side of the cow, sort of in shadow, we're using shadow colours, and for that we're going to go with purples, some turquoise and blue. Okay, so once you've got your image onto the canvas, the first thing we're going to do is do a little bit of masking out. Now you can actually buy these pens that you can use for masking, which have got masking fluid inside them. Try and keep them nice and varied. A little bit around the outer edge of the nostrils. Now while I've got this light tone on, I want to put a little bit of light at the front of the muzzle and around the bottom of the mouth. If you put the brush over onto the side, you'll get a lovely sort of loose feeling. Keep your arm moving. While this is still wet now, I'm just going to kind of dance around these colours, bring in some of the purple and blues over here and some of the oranges, and then kind of feather and lose that into that background. So this is why we need that damp brush. So we're just finding our way, we're just kind of pulling the shape of the cow out from that lovely background while still allowing so many of those colours to kind of peek through. Okay, so now moving to this, there's some hair on the head here that's creating this lovely sort of circular effect. So I really want to get that in there. You'll notice I'm leaving one edge as a harder edge and then just softening this shadow into the body area. So I'm going to check now that I've got everything dark enough. I've got this lovely dark around the eye, almost sort of a triangular shape. We want to darken inside of the nostril, but don't do the whole thing. You do want some of that other tone peeking through, but you'll notice if you look at the reference, it's really dark. We've got that lovely dark recess, so we want to be able to get that nice strong dark in there. I also want to make sure I've got a nice strong dark at the neck area. Now I want to put some shadow underneath this hair. We will be putting some light on the top, and definitely always soften, especially where the hair follicles are. You want to just make sure that they don't look like they're just plonked on there. So I want to make sure everything stands out that needs to stand out. So around the leg area in exactly the same way. We are going to add some detail on top of this once it's dried off. Nice strong mixture, and I'm going to add a little bit of extra dark right at the bottom of each of these fences. And very loosely just put on this shape. Okay, so this area is now nice and dry, and I'll put another layer over the top. Any little areas that I don't like, can pop on, strengthen those eyelashes and make them a little bit more full. Again, now I'll come around, we've got this little light area. Again, looking at that reference, you can probably see what I'm actually following when I'm doing these lighter areas. There's this lovely little shine around the nostril, and now you can cross these over some of those darker tones that we put in earlier. I'm going to highlight the top part of the eyelid. So now moving to the fence area, I'm going to put a few little lighter marks to get a highlight on the top, and then with a damp brush just lightly brush that over, and of course it's picking up some of that undercolour and we're getting this lovely wooden effect. Put a splatter in then, I'm definitely going to take it. Those finishing extras, and they are optional. Because I love the colour, we'll throw in a few turquoise ones as well. So we can use a damp brush to kind of just soften and really sort of lose some of these edges. So you can always reactivate the water. This video is available on my MazArt website, and all the links are in the description below. Each video comes complete with tracings and PDF downloadable instructions and a full shopping list so you can paint along with me. And I'm actually going to call that a finished painting.